Well, welcome to the cabin. Finally we're here, and I hope to stay for a whole year and experience all the seasons. And exactly at this spot 22 years ago we were walking down this path and we found out there was a sign, a hand-painted sign over here that said à vendre. And à vendre, of course, in French, that means that the plot was for sale. So the next day we went to the sales agent and we found out the plot is 1100 square meters, and we were able to negotiate the price, and the next week, the week after, we bought the place.
It was especially my father who raised me with love for being outdoors. And even though I've always lived in big cities like Amsterdam and New York, there was always this outdoor itch. I am curious about the magic and sense of this place. Together, they always make me feel relaxed the moment I arrive here for a weekend or a longer stay. And hopefully I'm going to find out, slowly, with baby steps. Baby steps, baby steps. In regular videos, and I hope every 2 weeks, I will share my day-to-day activities with you, but also my thoughts, my views, and even my doubts. Maybe let you in on my world and experience a slower pace of events. So for now, take your time to settle in and follow me. Follow me in this video and follow me on this journey. Are you coming? great morning for a nice run around the citadel. There's a nice trek and it takes about a half an hour, so it'll be easy. I may look ridiculous, but it feels good.
Vous avez une promenade?
Ouais.
Oui.
Oui, pour un paysage, c'est très joli.
C'est seulement pour plaisir
Pour
ou?
le plaisir d'avoir le paysage, prendre des photos.
Remarkable how quickly spring has made its appearance. A few days of warm weather made all the difference. This change in weather helps. Like Mother Nature is telling me, I made the right choice in coming here and staying for as long as it takes to connect to the landscape. There is so much to observe, to read in the landscape, like heritage and culture, like stories of people who work here or visit a distant relative who died in the Great War and is buried in this landscape. I will be observing and exploring, open and curious, with videos also showing how I maintain the cabin, tend the vegetable garden, and hopefully some chickens and bees, just like my father used to, before me. I was taking it easy with books about cabins and landscape, reading A Place of My Own by Michael Pollan. Two quotes apply directly to my own cabin and its construction. Pollan describes the building of his cabin as the fruit of real labor. The satisfaction lies in the making of it, and what he calls his writer's cabin. He reflects on himself as a homo faber, a privileged person. Man as the maker of things has set himself up as the master of all nature and is master of himself and his doings. Also, reading Pollan's book made me realize how open and transparent my own cabin really is. Inside and outside are interchangeable. Pollan admires Henry David Thoreau and his famous and also self-built cabin Walden. And I quote Pollan again, "Thoreau's dream of a house utterly transparent to nature, one in which the usual distinction between indoors and out have been erased, is a beguiling one, and no doubt lies somewhere in the back of my wish for a building that could be turned into porch any time summer afforded me a benign enough afternoon." So, the happiness of making something so essential as a shelter, a tiny house, in combination with the feeling of almost always being outside, makes this for me a magical place. Today I found some morels mushrooms here in our own garden. Huge specimens, and they amounted to more than under a kilogram. I'm also trying to get in contact with local or regional mushroom hunters to get their stories. But it's a secretive trade. Have you ever watched the wonderful documentary Truffle Hunters? about another treasured mushroom. There's an extended version of the trailer online on YouTube, and you can easily find it.
Okay, this pile of wood was delivered a few days ago, and I'm going to need all of it to stay here for a whole year. And we need a lot of firewood. This firewood is about a meter long, and of course I have to saw it. And sawing firewood with a power tool like the chainsaw, you need a sawbuck. And the sawbuck is over here. This is the sawbuck that I made myself.
Yesterday, at the edge of an open field across the valley, I ran into a high seat that they use for hunting. It was constructed with care and looked like it was almost designed for this. Usually they're built from driftwood or some wood harvested on the spot. This one stood out for dimensions and how well it was constructed. It made me think about some paintings and a sculpture by Dutch artist Armando called Ladder. Color black, location, and the comparison made me more aware of the use of the seat. Asking myself, are you going to hunt and also enjoy the panoramic view? Listening to the audio of nature, smelling freshly cut grass or manure in the nearby field? Or are you going to make this into a killing field? Armando's main theme was World War II. He grew up close to internment camp Amersfoort in the Netherlands, and where this artwork is situated. He wondered, for the rest of his life, why nature around that camp did nothing and just kept on growing. This concept and fascination resulted in a series of works titled Guilty Landscape. And this partnership between nature and atrocious events is also true for the region around and in view of my cabin. It is fascinating what and why things took place in this area around here. I even found out last week that within half a mile and in full view of the cabin, the Germans built and operated an airstrip during World War I. I have to find out where exactly and hope to retrieve images and personal letters from the German aces. I will have more quotes for you in my next videos. Thank you.